AI says that this song is one of Michael Jackson's most respected songs musically. I want to hear from you real people. Would you agree? Human nature, in light of ugly comments, in light of a day and age where we don't know what's real anymore, in light of a day and age where people are so quickly polarized, where we become hypocrites, saying unkind things or referring to an artist who spoke of love and peace all while spewing ugly comments, where we are hungry for human connection, surrounded by bots. I think this song is very fitting. And that's what I want to listen to you with you today. Michael Jackson. I thought about reacting to the brand new official video that they put on the Michael Jackson YouTube channel for Human Nature. But I have seen in the comment section that people are saying it should have been called a tribute video, people dancing to Michael Jackson. So I think that for the sake of the real experience, I'm going to watch the live one. Human Nature live at Wembley. I want to experience that with you. Human Nature. Why is this a beloved song by many? And is it possible that we need this song right now more than ever? Talk to me in the comments. Make sure to subscribe here. And here we go. Yes. I love to see his creativity. His human maracas here. You just see the creativity, the love for music here, how he puts things together and how he personifies the instruments. I love it. I want to point out that I featured a reaction to They Don't Care About Us, which is one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. And I have to say, I feel like Human Nature is another one of those that are top on my list. That chord progression, that hook.
Reaching out the nighttime, sitting the sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window, space inducing sighs. Get me down the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight. Shh. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite.
Interesting.
If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, can it be that way? They say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, can it be that way?
I want to point out what I find very interesting here, a dichotomy that I perceive, is that hook, da 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 da, why, da 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 da, that hook to me has always been, sombering is not the quite word, nostalgic to a degree, but also sad. Because of the words human nature, it makes me feel like it has this feeling to me of compassion towards humanity. It has this bringing the people together, understanding we're all just humans type of feel. But then when you look at the lyrics, they're quite sexual and sensual. And so it's very interesting how you could have a melody that makes you feel like you want to talk about world peace and loving one another. And at the same time, lyrics that are very, like I said, sensual, sexual. There's conversation about apple and taking a bite, which often is looked at as that fruit that Eve and Adam bit into before they were kicked out of paradise, right? A lot of linguistic play here and a duality I'm perceiving.
Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl? She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, can it be that way? They say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why, can it be that way?
I'd like to point out here that there's something, keep in mind, guys, I have to pause to avoid my videos being blocked for copyright reasons, but I hope you came for the commentary. I find it so interesting to see, and we'll talk about the lyrics in a second, but I find it interesting to see how there's this more than just a duality in Michael Jackson, but this humanity where you see a lot of very sexual movements, and like I said in the lyrics as well, but his whole persona, very sensual, very sexual, and yet he is so much about world peace and love and human connection. And I think that many of us appreciate the honesty when it comes to being human, because we are sexual creatures, we are sensual creatures, we have a human nature, as the song says. And yet you can have an artist who is definitely the king of pop and is definitely a global super mega star, who is definitely, entertaining, and a lot of times sex sells, and entertainment and dance moves and playfulness. And yet you can have an artist who still speaks of love and peace and humanity and connection. It's not just one or the other. Maybe it doesn't have to be.
I like living this way. I like loving this way.
I like living this way. I like loving this way. That legendary.
Reaching out.
Wow. Wait for it.
Into the night. It began to be.
Isn't it fascinating? I love the breathiness in his voice, but it's so crazy. There may be parts of the song that when he doesn't even fully enunciate the word or he's whispering it, but it doesn't matter. There's this love that people have for him where they lose their minds when they start seeing him do his moonwalk and his footwork. It's so fascinating how we can gravitate towards, idolize, worship, look up to a person. Many that have never even met him in person necessarily, because of all the things that they mean to him or her.
I'm dripping on the street. Everybody sing. They say,
Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why?
give me that way. Everybody.
Why? Human nature. Why? See, it's an anthem. We're singing here about human desire and humanity, but there's something about that hook and everyone chanting it together. This longing in us humans to be accepted, to be allowed to be human, that we're all just figuring it out and we're all new to this thing called life because we've never done it before, as far as we know.
Can it be that way? If they say, why? Ooh, then can it be that way? They say, why? Ooh, then can it be that way? I like living this way.
I can't get over that melody. It almost sounds like wailing to me. Like this plea, this deep yearning. Crazy work. Oh, that's crazy. Wow. What a legend, man. That melody, this instrumentation right now almost sounds futuristic to me. And I think that that's another thing that is so powerful. His music is so timeless, blending various genres, him being the king of pop, but elements of rock, some of those guitar solos, his soulful R&B voice, his range, that hook that almost sounds like wailing. It's so fitting to human nature. It's so fitting to me, to this This, when you hear a person crying, when you hear them wailing, when you hear someone rejoicing, whatever culture, we have different, cultures that make different types of sounds in mourning, in rejoicing. And a lot of it sometimes so guttural and so deep from your core. And it's such an interesting thing to me to have these notes, to have this melody as we're talking about being human. Why? I think the powerful question to ask, because that's the biggest W question we can ask in life, in my opinion. We ask what happened, we ask where and when, but why? That's one that's often hard to answer. Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Beautiful poetry. Hear her voice, shaky, shake my window. Sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime. Four walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. I love the imagery here because on one hand, it makes me think of a relationship where there's a longing to be seduced or to seduce, to be with someone, for that person, or maybe sex to be that forbidden fruit, but also personifying a city here as if that city is that woman, that girl, that woman that is seducing him, or that is knocking and shaking at his window. He hears her, the city being personified as this thing that he wants to step into, that he wants to take a bite of. A lot of double entendre. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. More double entendre here. Our desire to love someone, our desire for sexuality and sensuality, our desire to be loved and to love is human nature. Our desire to go into the city is human nature. What is that about? I think it can be so much deeper than just, we have a longing to not stay at home all the time. We want to go out. There's something intriguing about the neon lights and about the place where people gather. I think human nature, on a micro level, again, our desire for relationship, to be loved, our struggle with temptation, our longing to be sensual and experience sensuality. On a macro level, our longing to be where we think life is, where the light is, where the entertainment is, the fun is. Is this also a conversation about Michael and his longing to be a performer, to be where the lights are on stage, to be in the city among the people? Why? People want to know why. Why are we wired this way? It's human nature. And there's so many ways we could go with this conversation, but it's pretty profound. I never realized just how deep these lyrics could actually be interpreted. Reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl? She knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. Again, conversation that could be taken on a direct personal level. We want to be seen by someone. We enjoy flirting. We like to be observed, noticed, and we want people to find us attractive. We like when somebody sees us physically, sensually, emotionally. But also, if we're talking about the city and the city lights, it's filled with strangers. It's filled with new people we don't know. And I like that because it makes me also wonder just how much this gives us insight into how Michael viewed the world. That he loved people, that he loved meeting new people, meeting strangers. He loved the attention. He loved being a performer. And there was this duality there of wanting to be the world's greatest star, enjoying the spotlight, electric eyes everywhere, enjoying people staring at him and knowing very well they love when he stares back, but also a desire to love people. It both can be true, and people will ask why though. Why do you like this? Why do you want to go to the city? Everyone looks at the world through their own lens, and I think whenever we're too stuck in our own worldview, it's hard for us to understand when someone feels and views and experiences things from a different angle. Those who like to be at home, those who like to live in the country, those who like to have the peace away, they don't like to meet strangers. They don't want to deal with the electric lights or the electric eyes. They might not understand when someone says, I want to be out there. They might say, what do you mean? I'm glad I'm at home and have peace. Or, just as an example. But we often forget that everyone has a different worldview, and what might excite and ignite one might overwhelm and overstimulate another. And both is okay. It's human nature. Just as much as we might ask someone, why do you want to stay at home? Or why would you rather be alone right now? Or we might ask a person, why do you want to be where the city lights are? Why? It's human nature. It's human for us to need to be alone sometime. It's human for us to long for connection, for intimacy, physically, emotionally, mentally. I like living this way. I like loving this way. Looking out across the morning, the city's heart begins to beat. Perhaps he was out all night, right? The morning, the sun is starting to rise. Reaching out, I touch her shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street. Very, very interesting. The constant double entendre here between human interaction and actual physically connecting with someone and the personification of a city and perhaps the city's heartbeat, representing not only him actually enjoying being around strangers and in the city, but also his connection to his life as a superstar. If they say why, tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? If they say why, she's given in by keeping him around. Ooh, interesting. That's a very interesting line to throw in there. She's giving in by keeping him around. I like living this way. That puts a whole nother twist on the possibility of what this song could be interpreted as. She's giving in by keeping him around. Keeping him around. By doing so, she's giving in. She's giving into what? An unhealthy relationship, to something that is not good for her, that forbidden apple fruit. And why does she do that? It's human nature. So many lines in here that really showcase what humans deal with. From not understanding why, right? People that always want to ask why. We don't understand what we want to. That's human nature. Those who want to reach out and eat that fruit, the forbidden, the temptation. Why do they do that? It's human nature. Those who want to be in the spotlight, who want to be in the city till the morning's city heartbeat starts again. Why? Because it's human nature. People who stick around or stay in relationships or keep people around and are giving in by doing so, settling maybe perhaps, or giving up. Why do they do that? It's human nature. I like living this way. Maybe also a song that really showcases that the reasons why we do things and the different types of people that are in this world, they're all human. And that is where that chorus, that melody, da 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 why. And as everybody's singing that along, is just, we're human beings. And I think when we start from that place, when we start with that axiom, with that foundation, first and foremost, we're all human, maybe then we can also start understanding one another and being kinder to one another and more open-minded to consider thoughts, worldviews, and ideas that are not like our own. Michael Jackson, what do you guys think? What are some songs you feel I should listen to that you think I may have not listened to yet? Music videos that you have a feeling I haven't seen? Or songs that you would love me just to do a deep dive analysis on? Subscribe, talk to me in the comments, and I will see you on the next ride. Heyo!